All right, welcome to the explainer. We all spend so much time scrolling, sharing, and streaming online. But what if you had to actually talk about all of that in English? Well, that's exactly what we're going to figure out today, how to talk about your online world with total confidence. I mean, let's be real. The answer is probably a huge yes, right? The internet is how we connect, how we work, how we play. It's pretty much as routine as that first cup of coffee in the morning. And that's the real challenge, isn't it? It's one thing to use the internet, but it's another thing to actually describe what you're doing online in English. And that's exactly what we're here to tackle. So, first things first, we need the right words. We're going to start with the absolute essentials, the basic building blocks for talking about anything you do online. First up is the word post. Just think of it as any single thing you decide to share. You know, that great photo from your vacation, a funny video you found, or even just a thought you want to put out there. And here's how you'd actually use it. She posted a photo on her profile. See how that works? To post is the action. It's a super simple phrase you are going to hear and use all the time. But, you know, just sharing stuff is only half the story. The internet is all about that back and forth, right? And that's where a comment comes in. It's how you react, how you reply, and how you join the conversation. And it can even go a level deeper. Someone might say, "He liked my comment." You see how that works? You post something, somebody comments on it, and then a third person likes that comment. It's like a little conversation inside of another conversation. Okay, to round out our basic toolkit, let's just quickly run through a few more words you absolutely need. We've got social media, you know, places like Instagram or Facebook. An app is just the program on your phone. A message is a private chat. To share something means you're showing someone else's post to your own friends. And of course, a website is any page you go to online. All right, so we've got the words. Now let's turn them into action. We're going to look at the common phrases that describe what we actually do all day online. This is where it gets personal. Just take a look at these. I bet you do pretty much all of these things every single day. In fact, why don't you try saying one out loud right now? Like, I watch videos. Simple, right? It's clear and you can start using it today. And here's how this all looks in a real quick chat. Someone asks, "What do you do online?" And you can just say, "I like watching funny videos." It's that easy. A simple, natural conversation. Okay, so we know what we do online, but how about how much time we spend doing it? Talking about screen time is a huge part of this whole conversation, so let's get the phrases for that down. Let's use an example. Say you spend about 3 hours a day online. So how would you say that? You could say, "I spend 3 hours a day online," or maybe, "I spend a lot of time on my phone." So think about it for a sec. What's your number? Is it 1 hour? 5? And what about the flip side of spending time online? Taking a break. Just being able to say, "I take breaks from social media," is a fantastic phrase to have. It shows you're not just, letting the internet happen to you. It shows you're in the driver's seat. Okay, let's switch gears and talk about something that is so important. Safety. The internet is an amazing place, but we have to know how to protect ourselves. The language here is really direct and simple, and that's on purpose, because this advice has to be crystal clear. These right here, these are the big ones. The absolute must-dos. For instance, don't share your password. Seriously, that might be the #1 rule of the entire internet. These are vital. Okay, we've got the vocabulary, we've got the action phrases, and we've got the safety rules. Now for the best part. It's your turn to practice. It's time to put all this together and really make these skills your own. So, for example, you could put it all together and say something just like this. I use WhatsApp and YouTube. I spend 2 hours a day online. See, it's simple, it's personal, and it uses everything we've talked about. Think of this as your personal template. Okay, you ready? Your turn. First question. What apps do you use every day? Go ahead, say your answer out loud right now. Maybe it's, "I use TikTok," or "I use Twitter and Spotify." Go for it. All right, next up. How much time do you spend online? Is it an hour? 4 hours? Try to answer with a full sentence, like, "I spend about 2 hours a day online." Your turn. And for our last practice round, let's bring back those super important safety rules. Can you remember one of the tips we covered? Say it in English. For example, check your privacy settings. Which one sticks in your mind? All right, let's wrap this up with one final thought. Learning new words is awesome, but using them is what makes the real difference. So that's your mission for today. What new English phrase from this explainer are you going to use? Thanks for tuning in.